Yeah, well, this has been, very intense and very full of ideas. And I guess, one of the big takeaways for me from this session is the way in which these philosophical questions can be intensely practical. I approach these philosophical questions from a theoretical perspective. I don't naturally adopt the practical perspective, but again and again, what I find is if you think about some theoretical issue in philosophy, it becomes very practically, it often, not always, but it often turns out to be very practically relevant, whether it's issues about, say, mind uploading, in which case questions of personal identity are going to be, life or death questions, or questions about, of the sort that Geordie was bringing out about the ways that, epistemological questions of what kind of world am I in become very relevant to designing AI systems, to social and political questions. Actually, one surprising thing, interesting thing that's happened to me since publishing this book is getting invited to weigh in on various practical matters or just talk to people. Yesterday I talked to the game company Roblox, who are building virtual worlds themselves and trying to build the metaverse, and it was just fascinating to get their perspective. People are asking me to weigh in on, like, I'm on a committee for governance in the metaverse, which is social and political questions that I really have no expertise on and should not be opining on. But it turns out, these are questions that really matter. And it turns out that thinking philosophically about these things can matter. So whether or not I'm the perfect person to address those practical questions, I'm very excited by the idea that there'll be a body of people taking up these philosophical questions in a practical context, whether it's engineering, science, technology, politics, and communally through this distributed mind that we're constituting. It turns out that thinking about philosophy is thinking clearly about philosophy is something that can really actually help us address practical questions that we care about. That's so we've got a number of beautiful illustrations of that today, and I'm grateful for that.